Ohayo. Welcome to the So Japanese podcast, a podcast where we discuss all things Japan. My name is John.
My name is Ryusuke.
And today's episode, we also, today's episode, we're going to talk about internet cafes, which might seem pretty dated. You don't really see internet cafes anywhere, but in Japan, it's still
a lot.
Yeah, it's still a lot.
Yeah.
As well as we're going to introduce a new segment today.
Exciting.
The new segment is called Street Level Japanese, and it will be in the end of the podcast, so stay tuned for that. Please listen to the end.
Yep.
But yeah, we're a new podcast. We're going to try to constantly improve and bring more value to you listeners, adding more segments as we go on.
Yep.
So please be patient with us.
Please. All right. So let's talk about internet cafe.
Yeah, internet cafes.
So what is internet cafe?
So I think in North America, internet cafes was a thing. Now, if you see them around, it's just purely for gaming.
Yeah.
But I guess back then, when not every house had internet,
so
or
people
a fast
go
connection.
there, use internet, checking email, or do your school task, or maybe even job. I don't know.
But I think it always was something to play games.
Always.
Right?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
But in Japan, internet cafes are a bit different. They offer a few more things, right?
Yeah.
So for our listeners out there, that if they're traveling to Japan, I don't think...
You might need it.
You might need it. You might not.
It,
but
you just see a lot of internet cafe in Japan, especially like big city.
Yeah.
When you see all the signs with neon, like a light, and half of them are maybe internet cafe or something.
Yeah,
so
it's that popular, right? You see it quite a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna date ourselves, but back in the day, when I was working in Japan, and before Ryusuke left Japan, we had to use internet cafes. It's kind of embarrassing that we're so old, but so when I first moved there to live there, there was no smartphones yet. There was no Google Maps.
So no internet, no Wi-Fi. You always have it right now.
Right. So we actually had to use the internet cafes to
use internet.
Yeah. To email back home. I remember I was teaching English there, and some of the schools were like pretty far, and then there'd be no maps to show you how to get there. So I'd have to run into an internet cafe and find the location.
So that time, as a foreigner, it's actually useful, right?
Yeah.
Because you can, you don't even sign a contract for internet sometimes. It's not easy to do it because you know Japanese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You needed an inkan.
Wow.
To sign up with
Everything's
SoftBank internet.
Yeah.
But now I guess there's no real need for tourists or travelers to need to go to internet cafe to access the internet. But besides the internet, what else do Japanese internet cafes offer?
The internet cafe is actually originally called manga kissa.
Okay.
I guess everybody knows about manga. That's the one of biggest Japanese culture, so Japanese things.
Yeah.
Which is manga. I guess how many people reading manga now? So many.
I'm guessing a large portion of our listeners probably watch and read manga.
I don't read now, but when I was in Japan, I read, I don't know, so many different mangas, and they even have magazine. Well, so the internet cafe is originally manga kissa. So they have bunch of comics, bunch of mangas, magazines, for sure newspapers. So you go there.
What's What's kisa?
Kissa is, I would say, cafe in Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like my parents has kissaten, which is they serve coffee and food, and same thing. They can read manga, stay there drinking coffee. That time back then, like you can smoke cigarettes. So basically, you have time for break, and then you go there. So, but manga kissa is obviously focus on variety of comics and magazines. So you have more option to enjoy your time with reading stuff, right? But then after internet launch, they added the internet into manga kissa, so people can have internet access for free. I mean, like you have to pay, but also you can read manga. So basically, like if you have free time, you have nothing to do, and you go there, you can read books, enjoy your time, and
so in the mind of a Japanese person, if they see an internet cafe, do they still think like it's manga first?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because when you enter an internet cafe, obviously you'll see computers, but you see shelves and shelves of nicely displayed manga.
Yeah.
Like all the chapters, all the volumes.
For sure, you can find what you want to read.
It's more like a manga library. That's how much
it's
they have
library.
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you're traveling there, it's a good place to just take a rest.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Right.
Stopping by.
Or like, if you're in between your hotels, like check in and check out times. Yeah, go check one out.
Yeah, let's talk about the price range and then how the system works a little bit. So yeah, like when you go internet cafe, most of the internet cafe, they ask you IDs, and then most of the place you need to make a membership.
Okay.
So that's the way you get the deal, or next time you don't need to do
all that paperwork.
All the paperwork again. Also, I think that's the security for them as well, right? So yeah, like you need an ID. I guess if you're a foreigner, the best way you have passport. And this couple big chain, but I just picked two. One is called Kaikatsu Club, and then the other one is called Mambo.
Okay.
And then they both quite popular. But Kaikatsu Club has more amenity, and they even have
lockers.
No, the lock for they actually have the room. Sorry, I think I should start talking about that too. But anyway, the price range is 1 hour about 400 to 700 yen. Kaikatsu Club is a little bit more expensive, so I would say like $700 yen per hour. And Mambo is a little bit more cheaper, so it's 400 yen per hour. And then they also have like overnight plan, like 12 hours you can stay there, and that costs you like 2,500 yen through 3,500 yen. So it depends on the company, right? So which one you choose, whatever you want. You can always,
why there is an overnight price is because most internet cafes in Japan offer rooms.
Yes. Yeah. So like the internet cafe, basically they have booths for like your privacy. It's not like open public space.
Okay.
So after you enter, it's kind of like same thing as hotel or something. They're gonna tell you
your room number.
So booth number, and then give you some stuff like menus and maybe some like card with receipt, so you know when you enter.
Okay.
Then you know when you need to get out, right? And so
you were saying Kaikatsu Club, you can lock the door to your booth / room. Having like needing privacy in a manga cafe
so Japanese.
is so
it's
anything.
so Japanese.
Japan loves the
Privacy.
Japanese love their privacy.
Yeah.
Okay, so overnight stay. You can stay overnight at the internet cafe. So the price is cheaper than if you were to stay in a business hotel,
Yeah, maybe.
right? Or like it's around the same price as a hostel.
Yeah.
Do they offer showers?
Yes, most of the place they have the shower,
Okay.
and most of the place you need to pay, but I would say like 200 yen to 400 yen
Oh, to use the showers.
to use the shower.
Okay.
And you might need to book before you use,
Of course.
because they don't have so much showers.
Yeah.
Like when I was in Japan a couple years ago, we went to Tokyo with my friend, and we just drinking overnight, and we didn't book any hotel.
Okay.
But anyway, that was actually our plan. We drink, we stay all night as long as we can. Then after that, let's go to internet cafe. So
To
let's
get a nap in and to shower,
yeah.
to freshen up. Okay.
yeah to take a rest. We slept and we took shower. Then it was like 6 hours, and then at noon, and then we get out there, and then we start doing something else.
So it's a total normal thing for Japanese people too.
yeah,
Interesting.
it's cheap too, right?
Yeah.
And then like you're not gonna stay there more than 2 nights, but if you plan it, you wanna go so many places, and then you don't wanna schedule your hotel or whatever, internet cafe is one of the option.
You can leave your bags in the room.
Yeah. Or they have locker as well.
Okay.
Because you just need to be careful. Kaikatsu Club, I think it's more fancier than Mambo. So they might have all the door with lock and maybe ceiling all the way top
To the
to
ceiling. The walls are all the way up to the ceiling.
Exactly. Yeah. But because I went to Mambo a couple of times, they have, again, booths, like a room, but the wall is like your height.
So it doesn't reach all the way to the ceiling.
No.
It's kind of open air.
Exactly. So it's kind of dangerous if you want to leave your stuff, right?
But at the same time, it's safe in Japan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I believe every single booth also has a safe
Oh.
with the key.
Oh,
So I
interesting.
think if you want to, because if you're single, I mean by yourself, and you want to go check manga or whatever, obviously you're going to leave your stuff in your booth, but you can put all your important goods in a safe. And speaking of one person or couple, you can actually go with couple or even with your friend. There's a option you can book. No, you can go like for 2 or even for 4, like a party room.
Oh.
And I know Kaikatsu Club has a karaoke room kind of
Okay.
as well. It's not really karaoke room,
Yeah.
but I guess they have similar karaoke room.
They have a room with karaoke machines as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah, if you guys with your partner or with your friends, there's nowhere to go. Manga internet cafe, also the option.
That just shows
I keep saying manga.
Yeah, but that just shows that Japanese people don't think of it as an internet cafe first.
Yeah.
It's like a rest stop with manga,
Yeah.
right?
To me, it's always like manga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how about food?
Food-wise, it's not great food, but again, Kaikatsu Club, they have like decent food, decent price, like curry, ramen, and
Japanese fast food, comfort food type
Exactly.
items.
Yeah. And all the food is less than 1000 yen, so less than $10.
Okay.
So
Affordable.
affordable. and if you're hungry or if you want to snack, you can always order food. Mambo, I don't think they have food.
But maybe snacks, chips.
They have snacks. I know that they have like vending machine, even warm food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of the internet cafe, they have drink bar with the price. So you pay for 1 hour, you're allowed to go drink bar and you can drink. Drink bar is very popular in Japan. So.
The Japanese love drink bars. Exactly. So it's like a one price, all you can drink, but self-serve, right? You have a fountain drinks, hot,
and they
cold,
still have
tea.
Drink vending machine as well. So if you want to drink something not from the drink bar, you can still pay, and then it's only like 150 yen or something. So
going back to the hot food vending machines, well, Japan loves vending machines. We should do a podcast on vending machines as well.
I think so.
But you'll be surprised of the type of food, hot food you can find in vending machines in Japan. You got like
a lot.
Ramen, udon, hamburgers, fries.
Yeah. And it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The quality is probably not the best, but it's convenient.
Fun to try, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in North America, you don't really see hot food vending machines.
No.
Right?
I never seen, actually.
I know in Europe, it's a thing.
Oh, yeah?
Like you can get like a hot sandwich, but again, it's not like a bowl of soup.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Yeah, it's different.
You can get curry,
yeah,
I'm sure. So yeah, they offer food, drinks. So actually, it's a pretty good...
it's a good deal. And again, like, I think why we talk about Internet Cafe for this So Japanese podcast, because it's very Japanese.
It's very Japanese. And it's a good tip to give to travelers or like backpackers, right? People are traveling through Japan on a low budget.
Yeah.
They can stay cheaply. You don't need to pay an overnight hotel.
Yeah.
You have, I think it's a great option.
Yeah. And then again, there's so many different companies as well. And then small one, sometimes they don't even ask you ID. So if you're, I don't know, somebody didn't allow you to come in, then you might gonna find another internet
Why do you say
cafe.
that? There's a lot of, there's still a lot of businesses that don't do business with
I'm not sure.
Non-Japanese.
But I guess.
Yeah, maybe some place. I know
So,
there's places that are like.
How about when you're using internet cafe? You show passport? For sure you show
Probably
something,
or like my Japanese ID card or something.
Yeah. But it was no problem.
No.
Okay,
But I do remember that we have gone like with friends and stuff just to chill out. It's a cheap place to chill out.
Yeah, right.
In the summertime, it's fucking hot.
Then you just want to cool down, then go inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think internet cafe / manga kisas have English manga books?
I think so.
Right?
I think so.
Right?
Yeah. Because again, there's so many like foreigners before COVID, and it's good to have it, right? They're trying to be more international anyway.
Yeah, more and more. After the Olympics.
Yeah. Definitely.
You definitely see that. So, internet cafes for travelers, backpackers, or a drunken night out, and you just need a couple hours to stay in between the trains, or you don't plan to sleep, but you want
a space to just chill,
and or like leave your bags in a safe place. Internet cafes.
Yeah. But one thing, this is very, it's total issue in Japan, but there's people stay in internet cafe as a house.
Yeah, as the place where they live. There's quite a few documentaries on the internet you can find about this group of people that need to live in internet cafes.
Yeah. So
what are they called?
Those people, we call Netto Cafe Namin.
Okay.
Namin is refugee. So basically, internet cafe refugee.
Yeah.
Because they have nowhere to go.
So maybe down on their luck, in between jobs, right? Because to rent a room to rent an apartment in Japan,
it's no easy.
It's not easy. They do crazy background checks. You need to pay first and last month's rent, and they have something they call key money.
Yeah,
and it's like a gift to the owner.
I know a lot of apartment management, they're trying to waive that right now because it doesn't make any sense.
But if you were to rent from a single owner landlord,
they still ask.
Yeah. And what's the percentage? Like, is it 1 month's rent?
It's like almost 1 month. So
Yeah,
basically, you have to have 3 months rent.
What's the key money called in Japanese?
Shikikin, reikin.
And it's kind of like thank you for accepting me and letting me rent.
Yeah. Reikin means basically like thank you, like appreciate money.
That's fucked up.
That's
I'm paying rent.
Good. Yeah, exactly. So
to rent a room, if you're in between jobs, you lost your job, down on your luck, you need quite a bit of money to sign a lease, right?
Exactly. And
so these type of people, unfortunately,
don't have enough money and
have to stay at internet cafes.
Yeah. And they ended up just stay there because like it's comfortable enough. They have shower and they have those like overnight plan. Even some place has 1 month plan or something.
Okay, so
it's basically you can rent.
It's become such a phenomenon now where these internet cafes offer monthly rentals of these rooms. That's crazy.
Yeah, but if you calculate, and actually it's same to rent a apartment or maybe even cheaper, but it's just because again those people some people don't have like good background.
Yeah, bad credit,
or some people lazy and then they don't want to look new one, or this is also a problem in Japan, but they have social issue, so they don't want to see people.
Yes.
Some people don't.
Social anxiety.
Yeah,
they become like hermits in these internet cafes.
Some people, they even think it's annoying to talk with landlord because those people, they really don't know how to socialize.
Yeah.
And they ended up staying in internet cafe. So to me, it's like good and bad.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the first of all, Japanese government should support them somehow, right?
There should be some
way. But of course, like, not everybody can get those helps, and then they ended up there. So
they also call them cyber homeless. Cyber homeless.
Yeah. So what I want to say is like, if you go some small company internet cafe with no ID, and you might see those people, so do not surprise, or you might feel like a little bit gross because
this, like you said, the walls don't go all the way up to the ceiling for some of them, and you can see
some people living there for a couple months there. And a lot of people taking shower and then hang the wet towel on the door, but because again door is not all the way top ceiling, so like you see all the towels hanging, maybe you feel like steamy, like gross. So really, if you want to go nice internet cafe, and then I recommend you to check like or just go Mambo or those I say Kaikatsu Club. I think that's more for clean and
more high end
and obviously more expensive. So
but internet cafe refugees is definitely a phenomenon that's so Japanese.
Yeah, it's so Japanese. And yeah, but again, internet cafe, if you go to Japan or if you live in Japan already, I guess if you live in Japan already and then you have idea or you've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
And if you're planning to go Japan, maybe why don't you try a couple hours even?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good
to see that side of Japan, right? So what we're saying is that internet cafes is not like that old school way of thinking to go and send emails and stuff. It's a different thing in Japan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, internet cafes in Japan. Something different.
Yeah.
So this brings us to our brand new segment of our podcast. We're going to call it Street Level Japanese.
Wow.
And we're going to cue the theme music. Well, there will be theme music.
Yeah.
But Street Level Japanese is the segment of the podcast where we want to share Japanese always fuck this up. Colloquialisms or like slang. So Japanese that you can't find in a textbook or in a structured Japanese learning setting. More Japanese that is more informal.
Yeah. So that's the way we can talk about one word, and hopefully that gives you guys some idea when you talk in Japanese or when you speaking to Japanese friend and then they say some word, but you don't get it.
And these are words where if you're a non-native Japanese speaker and you use them, a Japanese person might think, oh, okay, you're pretty fluent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So today's word is
お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
はい。
お疲れ様です. Literally translated, it means like, thank you for your hard work, or you must be tired. But in Japanese, it's used a lot in different ways.
Lot in a different, different time.
So you can say, お疲れ様です when you, to say hello, to say goodbye, to say cheers. So in the work setting, you would say that before you leave work to your coworkers, right? You would say that to your boss.
Yep. Also, when you make a phone call,
a business call
to, and to me as a Japanese, お疲れ様です has to be someone you know.
Okay.
So like you're not gonna say お疲れ様です to stranger.
Okay.
Because they're gonna feel like, what? But because
really?
you know, especially I think for friend or for coworkers, that's the best way to say お疲れ様です. You don't even say to your family.
So I go into work in the morning. I wouldn't say it. Or do you say it?
No.
It's after work.
After work.
Or like you said on a business phone call, you call me, pick up the phone. お疲れ様です.
Yeah, if you know
the person.
The phone call is from your boss,
Yeah.
and then you pick, and then they say hello, and then you say お疲れ様です.
Okay.
お疲れ様です.
Or
blah,
like
blah, blah, des.
if you were to call me and give me a task to do, oh, I finished it. I emailed it to you. You would say, oh, thank you. お疲れ様です. Right?
What do you mean? Like
to end the phone call.
End the お疲れ様です.
To say bye.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. お疲れ様です. Yeah.
So let's talk about how the slang version or the informal version used amongst friends. So like we said before, the Japanese love to shorten words.
Yeah.
So after work, or just me meeting Ryusuke on a weekend, on a night out.
At work,
Yeah.
if you're same level or younger, then I say お疲れ.
Otsukare. So
Yeah.
shortened.
Shortened. And then that's mostly at work.
Okay.
And for friend, for you to me,
Yeah.
if we go out and then the end of the night or the end of the day, we're leaving, and I say to you, Otsu,
Otsu.
Otsu.
So the shorter the word is, the
Otsu.
more informal the word
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah.
Like I've even heard people, and sometimes I use like ots, like like super short.
Yeah.
So you were saying like the hierarchy, someone at the same level, or okay, how about someone that's on the lower level and younger? You would say to them, "Otsukare,"
Otsukare.
shortened.
Yeah.
But is it impolite for them to say "otsukare" to you as a higher up and someone that's their elder?
It's impolite. So they should say Otsukare-sama desu.
"Otsukare-sama desu."
Yeah.
The full one.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's a good lesson.
Yeah.
Informal amongst friends, or if you're higher, talking to, that sounds so bad, higher, talking to a lower.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know
it's
what
just
I mean.
because Japanese culture
It's very hierarchical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you speak to a lower ranking worker or a younger person, you can shorten it.
yeah.
But the other way, if you're talking to a superior, it's impolite to shorten it.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of time I normally say Otsukare-sama desu, no
Okay.
matter what, because it's pride and pride, back and forth. But to friend, definitely I don't say Otsukare-sama desu. I say Otsu.
Otsu.
Yeah.
So should we start signing off the podcast by saying Otsukare?
No.
No?
That's why we say Ohayo.
Hi.
Ohayo is the word.
No, signing off. Say
Signing
goodbye.
off.
Yeah.
Otsukare.
Yeah.
Otsu. Maybe.
Let's-
Yeah. Let's try.
We will today.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do today. Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed our new segment, Street Level Japanese.
This is nice.
And from now on, every episode will have this segment at the end of it.
And then obviously all the listeners, if they have in your mind, like, what is this word? I heard from anime, or I heard from
Movies
or Japanese friends
say
and
that
you
to
don't
each
really
other.
get it.
Yeah.
Just leave a comment, or you can email us now, right? info@sojapanese.com. So then we can maybe pick up and then talk about that too.
Yeah. Any street level colloquialisms, slang that you want us to clarify? Yeah, please ask us.
Yeah. Give us more stuff.
Yeah. So thank you for listening
Thank
to
you so
today's
much.
episode. We are launched on all the podcast networks now. So you can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
I heard radio, I believe.
Yeah, Stitcher. So
Yeah.
wherever you find your podcasts, please leave us a review,
Follow
download,
us,
subscribe.
Yeah.
We would really, really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Otsu.
Otsu.
Otsukare.
Otsukare.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.